Valuation of current assets. The auditor, when valuating current assets in general, evaluates stock in trade, bills receivable, cash in hand, and cash at bank. Valuation of stock in trade. Auditor relies on other people for taking details of stock in trade. This is as per Justice Lindley. Since the auditor is not an expert technical valuer, he is not expected to know all different kinds of goods in stock. Hence, he depends upon internal check in this regard of valuing stock in trade and on the different certificates provided by the management in this connection. The following internal check system may be used for satisfactory stock taking by an auditor, namely, an efficient system should exist of entering daily pricing and checking of stock, where each of these items should be entered by individuals and should be independently checked, and preparation of stock sheets independently done. So daily pricing and checking of stock. That is internal check. Employees should sign the stock sheet who may take part in stock taking, and so do the responsible officer who may sign the stock sheet. An overriding certificate should be issued by the responsible officer once he completes stock taking after the employee is done with the stock taking activity. The officer in charge should also give a certificate to the effect that the stock is valued at cost and total of the stock may represent a fair and proper valuation of the stock. So that is what is involved in valuation of stock in trade. Next, we'll take a look at what is verification of stock in trade. Though it is the duty of the management to do stock taking, the auditor has to make sure that fair and accurate physical verification of the stock takes place in his presence. For physical verification of the stock, the auditor may be present at the time of physical verification of the stock. Physical presence of auditor. Auditor should make sure there exists confirmation from third parties. So, confirmations exist of third parties. Auditor makes sure records are examined. For examining records, the auditor checks all books, namely purchases, sales, returns books, etc. In addition, the auditor may check the sheets where the physical counts of stock is recorded, as well as whatever is examined under the stock register. The discrepancy that may come up between balances as per bin card or store's ledger with physical stock is ascertained. Any serious mismatch is inquired immediately along with verification of carryovers in the stock sheets. So between bin cards and store's ledger. Auditor should also make sure that there is proper record of any stocks lying with the third parties like consignee or mechanics, etc. Next, we'll take a look at valuation of stock. In the case of a trading concern, the closing balance of stock needs to be ascertained at the end of each year. For the same type of concern, the closing balance or the closing stock consists of stock in trade, which may be made up of raw materials, work in progress, and finished goods. At the credit side of the trading account, the value of closing stock is kept. So also it is kept at the asset side of the balance sheet. So at the credit side of trading account and at the asset side of balance sheet, the value of closing stock is kept. If the stock is overvalued, it may lead to inflation, and if it is undervalued, the profits will be shown at a lower figure. For ascertaining cost, the following methods are used. Cost ascertainment is done as per unit cost method, FIFO, LIFO, average cost method. We'll explain each of them. In unit cost method, actual cost incurred to buy the good is taken in valuing the closing stock. So the actual cost is taken for valuing the closing stock. That is unit cost method. In FIFO or first in first out, stock is valued at the latest purchase price under assumption that the stock is not sold, which are latest purchases. In last in first out or LIFO, stock is valued at earliest purchase price. In average cost method, average price of all costs incurred while purchasing different lots is taken.